Hey guys, we just got version 14 for balloons, so I'm gonna go over the patch notes, since I haven't in a while. First of all, the chest, which I'm behind on. We have Adora, which is a pretty cool hero. It fits into quite a unique place, so interesting one to try out. Let's grab her. And so she is the High Priestess of the temple. And another 3 ability hero, we have Blood Sacrifice, which all it does is when you use this, you target a tower that you have placed, and it sacrifices that tower and gives experience to Adora to level her up faster. Which is pretty cool. It essentially is just more efficient than spending money to level her up. It is 4 times as efficient, as people have already worked out. On the heroes menu, we also have a skin for Pet Fusty. Fusty the Snowman, which is a reference. So, I'm gonna go over Adora first though. And we'll try this out. I don't think I have unlocked Sandbox yet for Adora's Temple. No, I haven't. Unfortunately. But if we go on Moon Landing, Sandbox, we'll just chuck her down, see what we can do quickly. Alright, so just for the sake of it, chuck down this here, and we'll get her up to 7, so we get the Blood Sacrifice. And let's just grab that. Boom. And now she's level 20. So, yeah, a lot cheaper than just paying to level her up. But she needs to be level 7 first, so you can't really do it immediately. So with Adora, she essentially does this attack where these little orbs kind of float out a bit, and then they pick a target and they spear through it. And when you use her first ability here, she gains huge range, and this main attack gets buffed. And then her level 10 ability, which is amazing at level 20, makes this ball. And actually, let's do that against an actual target. Okay, first we'll do 98. And there's already one active, but once that expires, we'll just use another one. Alright, this and this. I mean, through that pretty easy. I mean, as you'd expect for an expensive level 20 hero. Not the best map to try and solo this, but hey. Whenever this is up, it's quite fun. Yeah, the uptime's not really that bad. Not 100% though. I wonder if we could, with an Energizer, get that pretty close. So that's Adora. We have these 2 new maps. We have Winter Park, which I can just show quickly. Beginner one, and yeah. The best thing about it is that you can kind of chuck a boat in here, and and it springs a lake. Or if you have a nice monkey, don't have Sandbox. Cool. Then yeah, you could do that, unfortunately. And nothing else too special here. But we go on Adora's Temple, which is pretty cool. Quite a fan of this one. We have this sick temple that just raises itself out of the water. And we can fit her here. Boom. Obviously I have double cash, so I can place her round 1. I'm not really playing any games at the moment. I might do some footage, but I didn't really want to just have to play 5 rounds or so, place her, then quit. And this is not going to be a game video. Okay, so that's the new sort of stuff here. We have a collection event coming soon, but at the moment it's just the Christmas theme. And we've got a bunch of new achievements, one of which is 365 daily chests. We've got sacrifice every single type of tower to the temple. These ones are old ones. We've got 2 Mega Pops, which is a user-created challenge, which has made it in as an achievement, similar to 2TC. And Diamond Crate. Open a Diamond Crate in any collection event. Collection event will be coming soon, so you'll be able to get a chance at this one soon. If you don't get it now, then you will have to wait until probably Easter. So, yeah. Axis of Havoc and Kalima. There's a few new ones. I think I might have already collected some. There is Tower Keeper, which is a reference to Tower Keepers. So yeah, new achievements. The general systems have been, like, there's so much background stuff there. The patch notes didn't look too long for this update, but honestly, this is probably one of the biggest updates the game has had. Like, the UI was completely reworked. The co-op was, like, quite a bit reworked as well. Just all sorts of performance stuff was changed. The save system was changed. A lot of widescreen stuff was changed. So, I mean, we're probably going to run into issues from that. Keep your bug reports coming. We sure do love to see bug reports. But yeah, essentially the game does run quite a bit better though. So it all seems pretty worth it. Anyway, let's go over the bug stuff now. Insta-monkeys, these don't come always in 023, 04, was it 032, 042 anymore. You can actually get random variations. A weird bug, but it is fixed. You beat round 100, you'll get a fully random Insta-monkey again. This here was kind of changed, the button itself. So the notification up here now though, if you have any instas you need to check out, so... that. Fantastic. Yeah, so a couple weird issues that not really too big a deal, but the restart bug was fixed, presumably for everything this time, everything that was known. If you have any more issues you run into involving restarting the game, not fully restarting things, then make those known. But for now, all those issues with like the free play going from round 1, the race 1, the daily challenges not resetting the numbers visually correctly, they should all be fixed. As for co-op specifically issues, when you send money, it now actually gets rid of all that massive line of decimal places. Some crashes were fixed, some desyncs were fixed, and funnily enough, just when you're in a lobby, randomly, if you're in a lobby, any guests who join, instead of being named guest now, they will be given just names, random names. You'll get some funny combinations there, so yeah. There's an issue, there's been an issue happening for a long time that has kind of been known as the Snap bug in co-op, where you just randomly lose half your towers. It might not be completely fixed, but a lot of work was done on it, so if you see it again, then mention it, because it might not be fixed. But it also could potentially be gone. So let's find out. It'd be great if it was just gone forever, wouldn't it? Yeah, some other weird issues and rare crashes that don't really matter. So, this is kind of... There's been issues for a while with the temple. If you place the temple and it sacrificed your hero, like it never sacrificed your hero, but if your hero was too close, it would be unplaced and put back in your menu. Sometimes it wouldn't be done correctly. Now the temple will never remove your hero anymore or sacrifice it. If you build a temple, and we can actually show that quickly. So if you build the temple and you got a hero next to it, then it just... So let's go. As close as possible. Let's put it like here. Yeah, so these kind of clip into each other, but your hero will not be removed. So now, if you want to save space, you can just have your hero standing on top of your temple. But yeah, they won't be deleted. And on the note of the temple, if you have level 20 Adora, and you build the temple, tier 5, she will transform as well, and you'll get an enhanced Adora. Yes, a couple more kind of minor bugs, and onto the tower specific bugs. monkey subs that submerge can now be overclocked. So this means the camo detection ring, it will now... So okay, here, yeah, submergence support. The camo detection ring will now more frequently go off. The balloon turning reactor will now more frequently damage if it's overclocked. Not that you really overclock these two much, I guess, but it works. There was an issue with the monkey knowledge on the sub-commander. If you placed a village and then built a sub-commander under it, the knowledge that increases the range of sub-commander would not work. That's been fixed. Onto the Never Miss. There was huge issues here with lag, and just lag with Seeking in general. Seeking was improved to remove all these stutters, and it seems to be really good now, although users have noticed some difference with how Seeking works, which only really affects low levels. So you may notice some problems at low levels, but it is all improving performance, at least, so we'll have to see what happens there. On the Comanches, these now correctly work with villagers again. That was previously an issue that came back and now should be gone again. They still don't receive buffs, so yes, it's not the greatest tower, but still investigating how to look at functionality there. It's not an intended functionality that it can't be buffed, but there's other issues that make it hard to apply these things, so it's just in an awkward situation right now. It's not going to be a good tower at the moment, but it's known, but it's not an immediate concern right now. Mortar was fixed so that it doesn't show line of sight anymore, since that was weird as it doesn't do line of sight, it just ignores everything. Wizard's description was changed for tier 4. Kind of minor. It used to just say mobs only, but it does more damage to everything, so now it says balloons. And the Phoenix, there was an issue where you could kind of target it for overclock, but it wouldn't be overclocked, so that was just a visual thing that was fixed up. It can't be targeted anymore. Some kind of super monkey things. The mini avatars had their names fixed for the temple, and Sun Avatar had a weird fix. Churchill from the heroes, his barrage was kind of fixed a little bit, but it still has some issues, unfortunately. Onto Steam specifically, escape. If you have a tower ready for placement, so if I can hit a hotkey, I've got this primed. What used to happen is if you hit escape, it would open the menu instead of just canceling that tower. So now, okay, I just placed that. So now if you use a hotkey, you've got a tower held out, ready to place. You hit escape, it will just cancel that, and then if you hit escape again, you can open the menu. It does mean if you want to open a menu and you have a tower placed, you have to double tap, but that was a big concern for a lot of people, so there you go. That has been fixed. If we go into Cornfield now, actually, so this is onto the balance changes. Cornfield's the best one to show this, so I kind of have to change map. Advanced. So the Ultra Juggernaut was changed, finally, after many requests for this exact thing, so that the Ultra Juggernaut will now bounce and hit the same target multiple times. So let's just send a bunch of fortified Moabs. Tiny Moabs. It can kind of double up and hit these, and it will actually destroy the Moabs. So it actually didn't leak any lives just then. So maybe a big buff for the Ultra Juggernaut. It's very situational still, so there won't be too many cases in which this is massive, but it will help. Onto my favorite map, keeping you in the loop. I might do a completely separate video talking about the temple, but basically, temple was changed. This guy here. So, lots of changes were done to all the different sacrifices. They were all buffed, basically. Everything was buffed. Some attack rates were lowered, but then the damage was buffed by more than the attack rate was lowered to keep less projectiles on the screen for free play and stuff. But the temple will now be stronger. The vengeful version, which you've seen in my videos recently, There was previously the reason it was stronger than the base temple was that the main attack gained 50 damage, and this plus 50 to the main attack also applied to the mini avatars, which is incredibly broken. It now doesn't give plus 50 to the mini avatars anymore, but it multiplies the damage of all of the different sub towers by 3, and they've all been rebalanced to be a lot stronger. So it's almost as strong as it was before, not quite, but now all of the attacks are powerful instead of just the dark avatars. So, Smart Spikes. Direction Spikes was changed. It now still has the Smart Spikes option. It has all these, but now every time a round starts... Does it work in Sandbox? It does. So, every time a round starts, it gains faster production briefly. So, how this will help is... actually, yeah, so... There we go. So, quick burst of spikes, and then it slows down again. This will be interesting in Apocalypse and Races. It doesn't really... It's not a broken upgrade, it's just kind of an interesting change. It is a small buff to permaspikes, not a huge one really. It's mainly just to make the cross path kind of less useless. It's still not incredible, but you know, it has some use. And the reason it can potentially be helpful is like if you got a round starting in pink balloons, they just zoom past your spike factory, but if you had this, then you get a bunch of spikes down right at the start, so something kind of useful there. The Engineer, Sentry Expert was changed. So we got Crushing Sentries here. These are the Spike Ball ones. Their attack rate was increased. Bomb Sentries now do 2 damage instead of 1. Their attack rate was also increased. Cold ones were always great, so they are the same. But the energy ones were also increased by 1 damage. So the Sentry Expert has been buffed pretty significantly, really. In most cases, it is double damage. But Paragon, but also a slight buff, not huge. So now, you know about how these work. I'll just sell these two. So if you sell them now, they just explode instantly. Boom. Boom. It still plays the little animation if you just let them time out, as you saw just then. But yeah, if you sell them manually, you can set them off instantly, which just means it's easier to micro the explosion if you want to sell them. But if you just let them time out normally, then they still function the same. The damage as well was also increased from 70 to 85. So now send a few mobs past here. And missed. Nah, none of them hit. Destroyed the mobs too easy. And those were explosions, so I need DDTs. I didn't really place it in the best spot here. They're destroying the mobs before they reach me so I can set up explosions. Come on. Don't break. But yeah, I could sell that then, do 85 damage. And I believe all the damage is recorded to the main engineer, so yeah. Cool. Here we go. Bam. Blew up them with the explosion. So yeah, you can do stuff like that. It just makes it a little bit easier. I don't have Gwendolyn on, but yeah, Gwendolyn's heated up at level 17, now gives an additional +1 damage buff to leads. So that means any towers buffed by heated up at level 17 will do +1 damage to both lead balloons and DDTs. And Striker Jones got a similar DDT buff. His 5 and 9 upgrades were swapped, which basically means his black balloon immunity thing was brought to an earlier level. You will now have 50% chance to pop any black balloons with any explosives from level 5 onwards. And at level 19, this now becomes 100%. So basically, if you have level 19 Striker Jones, you do not need an MIB. You can, not farm. You can totally ignore this. You still need radar scanner to get camo, but yeah, you can save yourself an extra like $7,000-8,000 there. And Urban was nerfed. His totems now only apply half slow to Moabs. So that's all there really is to this update. I'll go over some more things with Adora later, but you've probably already seen there's been a lot of cool stuff going around there. And if there's anything else you want to know, feel free to ask questions. And thanks for watching my video. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you around.